Embarking on a journey through your shadow is an act of profound self-discovery, an inward voyage that uncovers the hidden facets of your personality, fears, desires, and wounds that have long remained in the darkness. It is a process that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront aspects of yourself that you may have avoided or denied. As you begin this exploration, understand that your shadow is not an enemy, but a vital part of your whole being, a collection of suppressed emotions, unresolved conflicts, and unacknowledged truths that, when acknowledged and integrated, can lead to greater authenticity, wholeness, and personal growth. The first step in this journey is cultivating awareness. You must recognize that everyone has a shadow, an unconscious part of themselves, that holds qualities they might find uncomfortable or unacceptable. These qualities often originate from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or traumatic events that led you to reject certain aspects of yourself in an effort to fit in or protect yourself. To start exploring your shadow, you need to create a safe space within yourself where honesty can flourish. This might involve practices such as meditation, journaling, or quiet reflection, where you detach from external distractions and turn inward. As you settle into this inward space, begin by observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Notice recurring patterns or reactions that seem disproportionate or out of character. For example, if you find yourself feeling intense anger or shame in situations that seem minor, ask yourself what underlying belief or wound might be fueling that response. These emotional triggers are often the doorway to uncovering your shadow. Pay attention to what you tend to suppress or deny: anger, jealousy, fear, shame, or greed. These emotions are signals pointing toward hidden parts of yourself that deserve acknowledgement. Journaling becomes a powerful tool in this process. Write freely about your experiences, your reactions, and the feelings that emerge as you delve deeper. Don't censor yourself. Allow your subconscious to reveal what lies beneath the surface. You might write about moments when you felt ashamed or embarrassed, or times when you reacted defensively or with hostility. Over time, patterns will emerge, highlighting core issues that need to be addressed. This process is not about self-judgment, but about understanding and compassion. Recognize that these shadow aspects developed as coping mechanisms or responses to life's challenges. As you uncover these hidden parts, you may encounter resistance, an impulse to deny, rationalize, or suppress what you find. It's natural to feel discomfort or even fear. The shadow often contains unresolved trauma or painful truths that you have avoided facing. Acknowledge these feelings without trying to push them away. Instead, sit with them, breathe into the discomfort, and remind yourself that facing these truths is a vital step toward healing and integration. Remember, the purpose of this journey is not to eradicate your shadow, but to understand it and bring it into the light of consciousness. One of the most significant aspects of traversing your shadow involves identifying and challenging your limiting beliefs. These are the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you deserve. For example, you may believe that you are unworthy of love or success, or that expressing anger is unacceptable. These beliefs are often rooted in childhood experiences or societal conditioning, and are kept alive by denial or repression. To heal them, you must question their validity and explore their origins. Ask yourself, when did I first believe this? Who told me this was true? Is this belief still serving me? By critically examining these stories, you can begin to dismantle the false narratives and replace them with empowering truths. Another powerful step involves embracing your shadow qualities, rather than trying to eliminate or suppress them. For instance, if you discover that you harbor resentment or envy, instead of shaming yourself, acknowledge these feelings as parts of your human experience. Recognize that everyone experiences these emotions at some point. By accepting them, you reduce their power over you and create space for understanding and transformation. This acceptance opens the door to compassion, both for yourself and others, fostering a deeper sense of empathy and connection. As you deepen your exploration, you may encounter projections. When you see qualities you dislike or fear in others, they often mirror aspects of your own shadow. For example, if you notice yourself criticizing someone for being dishonest, consider whether you have a tendency toward dishonesty yourself or harbor secrets you're unwilling to face. Recognizing these projections allows you to see your own reflection in others, facilitating self-awareness and growth. It's an invitation to look inward and examine the shadow traits that you might have disowned or disavowed. Engaging in creative expression can serve as a conduit for accessing and integrating your shadow. Art, music, dance, and other creative outlets allow subconscious material to surface in symbolic forms. For example, through painting or writing, you might express feelings or memories that are difficult to articulate consciously. These expressions can reveal hidden truths and offer insights into your inner landscape. When you engage in creative activities with openness and curiosity, you facilitate a dialogue between your conscious mind and the unconscious depths of your psyche. Working with symbols and archetypes can also enrich your understanding of your shadow. Carl Jung identified archetypes as universal symbols present across cultures and history, representing fundamental human themes. When exploring your shadow, pay attention to recurring symbols or motifs in dreams, fantasies, or spontaneous images. These symbols often point to archetypal energies that need acknowledgement and integration. For instance, encountering the shadow archetype might manifest as a dark figure or a threatening animal. Recognizing these symbols helps demystify your unconscious fears and desires, transforming them from monsters into allies on your journey. Practices such as active imagination, developed by Jung, enable you to engage directly with your unconscious through dialogue with these symbols and figures. Imagine conversing with your shadow in a safe mental space, asking questions about its intentions, fears, and gifts. Listen carefully to what it reveals. This dialogue can uncover hidden motivations and help you understand the messages your unconscious is trying to communicate. Over time, this process fosters acceptance and integration of the shadow, transforming its energy into sources of strength and wisdom. Shadow work also involves forgiving yourself for perceived faults and mistakes. Holding on to guilt or shame keeps these aspects buried and prevents healing. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, but about releasing the emotional burden attached to it. Recognize that you did the best you could with the awareness and resources available at the time. Extend compassion to yourself, acknowledging your imperfections as part of the human condition. This act of self-forgiveness clears the way for genuine growth and transformation. As you continue to explore your shadow, you may find it helpful to seek guidance from mentors, therapists, or spiritual advisors who are experienced in shadow work. Professional support can provide valuable insights, tools, and a safe space for confronting difficult truths. Group therapy or support circles can also facilitate shared experiences, reminding you that you are not alone in this journey. Open dialogue with trusted individuals helps normalize your feelings and provides encouragement when facing challenging emotions or memories. Throughout this process, patience and persistence are essential. Shadow work is not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey of continual self-awareness and integration. Celebrate small victories along the way, recognizing a hidden pattern, confronting a suppressed emotion, or forgiving yourself for past mistakes. Each step forward deepens your understanding of yourself and brings you closer to wholeness. Embrace the process with compassion and curiosity, knowing that every encounter with your shadow is an opportunity for growth and self-love. As your awareness expands, you may notice how your relationship with others shifts. With greater self-understanding, you develop empathy and compassion for the shadows within those around you. This recognition fosters healthier relationships, built on authenticity and mutual acceptance. When you no longer project your unacknowledged traits onto others, you create space for genuine connection and intimacy. Your interactions become infused with honesty and understanding, reflecting your inner work and growth. Integrating your shadow also involves aligning your actions with your authentic self. As you become more conscious of your underlying motivations and hidden qualities, you gain clarity about your values and life purpose. This alignment allows you to make choices that honor your true nature, fostering a sense of integrity and fulfillment. Living authentically means embracing all parts of yourself, including those that society might consider undesirable, and expressing them in ways that serve your highest good. On this journey, you may also encounter moments of spiritual awakening or transcendence. Recognizing the divine within your shadows, seeing them as necessary aspects of your sacred humanity, can inspire a sense of reverence and gratitude. Embrace the idea that your shadow contains not only pain and darkness, but also hidden gifts, talents, and wisdom waiting to be uncovered. These qualities, once integrated, can empower you to live more fully, creatively, and compassionately. In the end, a journey through your shadow is a continuous process of self-acceptance and self-love. It requires humility to acknowledge your imperfections, courage to face uncomfortable truths, and compassion to hold yourself gently through the inevitable struggles. As you walk this path, you cultivate resilience, wisdom, and authenticity, qualities that enhance every aspect of your life. Your shadow is not a barrier, but a bridge to your truest self, inviting you to explore the depths of your being and emerge into a more integrated, vibrant existence. This journey transforms not only how you see yourself, but also how you relate to the world, fostering a deeper connection to your inner truth and the collective human experience. Embrace it fully, knowing that within the darkness lies the potential for profound light and transformation.